Hey friends, happy Friday. This is Grace here at the Comfy Nest with Grace. Welcome, welcome. It's 3 o'clock, well, just about 3 o'clock on Friday, and I'm coming to you live as for my segment in the Craft Round the Clock group, which is a free group that you can join to watch crafting round the clock. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to grab this feed while you guys are coming on, and I'm doing it in Safari because I have not been able to get the big old FB to work in Chrome. So I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to sign on Safari. I don't know if you guys, I know a lot of people have been having a lot of trouble in general with it working. So little tip, maybe try to do it through Safari if it'll let me in. So welcome, welcome. Come on in. Let me know that you're here. Let me know where you're coming in from. I got mailers that I've been mailing out for the last few days. Oh, good gravy. Enter the authentication code, which, yes, I could do, but I am logged in on Chrome right now. So let's just use that as a last resort. I've been sending out mailers, like over 100 mailers this week. That's been consuming the last few days of my time. Packing and stacking napkins for new members in the Craft Therapy Club. I've added a perk to that club, and this is in celebration of the Napkin Lovers Club merging into the Craft Therapy Club. The two clubs are now one. So the stuff that we were doing over there, we're now doing in here, in the Craft Therapy Club. And the welcome gifts are heading out the door. So these are all the girls who joined yesterday or today. Robin and Jermaine and Debbie and Hazel and Terry and Carrie Bolts. Your stuff's going out today. It'll get off in the mail today. Do you want to see what you're getting? I said I would do a little, people have been messaging me like, okay, because I'm making some changes. And they're like, well, there's another bundle coming. What's going on? And there's boxes, craft boxes and craft kits. Let me show you the welcome gift for right now. What will happen is this will be the welcome gift in the Craft Therapy Club until I run out of these, and then it'll switch to something new. But these are the napkins that we'll use inside the club for our napkin crafts in April. And then after that. Okay, so I think I finally got onto Facebook. Let me see if I can find the feed. And then we'll be good to go. Thanks for being here, you guys. There's already 33 people. I wondered about a Friday afternoon. Like, what's going to be happening on Facebook on a Friday afternoon? Do you generally float around trying to hang out with crafters, or is Friday not a day that you're on Facebook a lot? I wonder. Just let me know in the comments. All right, finally, I think I can get some comments. Thanks for fluffing the nest, Miss Rita. Hello. Amy Henderson. And Rita's here. And Diana, hello, hello. Okay, so check out these napkins. These are the napkins that are being sent out right now. I'll start with the last one, actually. It doesn't matter. They don't really have an order. But these, look at the shiplap background. All that lavender. These are the napkins that are going out now. This one's really fun. It's a gorgeous rose, but it's not one repetitive, just that one design repeated several times. It's different here. As you can see, most of the time when you get a napkin, most of the time it's that same design on all 4 panels, but this one is not that way. Look at how gorgeous that is. And look at the colors. Eek! Okay, we're gonna have some fun with these. I'm actually gonna use one of these napkins today in my project. This one I used the other day, making tags. Adorable little bunny hiding behind a bunch of carrots. This is another watering can floral. You can never have enough florals as far as I'm concerned to design with, because they're universally loved. I think just about everybody loves it. Robin says, I get out of work at 9. I have all day to watch everyone. Is that what you do? What a great Friday activity. I mean, really, to just hang out on the couch and chillax. And I almost would rather watch crafters than TV. I mean, I sometimes need a break because I watch so many hours of crafting videos. I do. Do you watch crafting more than you watch TV? I am definitely in that category. And then sometimes I'm like, I think I want to watch a movie. So sometimes I take a break. Look at this one, you guys. So a variety of sizes. We have 3 different sizes in this bundle. We have the luncheon, the dinner, and the cocktail napkins. Here come your cocktail napkins. And this one matches so beautifully, and actually matches really beautifully with this because you get that gorgeous blue butterfly. I try really hard when I put my bundles together it was for the Napkin Lovers Club, which will now transfer over into the Craft Therapy Club, to coordinate a bundle of napkins that are coordinating, that there's like either 1, 2, or 3 themes or matching colors, background napkin, focal point napkin, so that you can use them together on your projects and you have a really cohesive look. So anyway, that's why those blues are all there. Look at this one. Look at how dreamy that is. All in black and white, except then the florals are in color. Neat. And this is the one we're going to use today. This beautiful little bunny. So let's get to it. So that's the napkin. All of you who are Napkin Lovers Clubs members who have joined, who have transitioned over into the Craft Therapy Club, that is your welcome gift. That is the gift that you're getting in the mail that I've been sending out for the last few days. I am all caught up. Everybody who has joined, no, excuse me, Wendy, you're the only person, and I know you had a question about your enrollment, so I haven't sent anything out for you yet. But everybody else who has already enrolled these last 2 weeks into the Craft Therapy Club, whether you came from Napkin Lovers Club or not, if you've never been in one of my clubs and you enroll, you're going to get this set of napkins. It's $15 a month. That's what's happening here at the Coffee Desk with Grace. Aren't they pretty, Joyce? I'm so glad you love them. Sandra, me too. More crafting than TV. Hello in Albuquerque, Miss Maxine. Welcome, welcome. I love your name. Ellen says, sometimes watching crafters and TV at the same time. If my family, Ellen, I'll admit it, I don't like doing it, but I can only take so much hunting videos. I can only take so many wrestling videos. My family and my husband really likes to watch podcasts. So 2 talking heads talking to each other, and he sits there for hours listening, but he's watching the people. I can't do it. I want to hang out with him, but then I say to him, you're killing me with this content. I can't do it. So I'll sit with my iPad with him, like we're both there, but I got something else on. I can't do it, girls. I cannot do any more hunting, wrestling, or, oh, the show that he loves so much is Blue Bloods. If he gets on a kick with Blue Bloods, he'll watch episode after episode after. And it's not a bad show, but I'd rather watch crafting. That's me. Definitely more crafting, Robin says. Funky Junk, Miss Christy, you guys go follow Funky Junk Inspiration. You see her there? She's here from her business page. And if you click on that, you can like and follow. Go do it. Go do it. Christy's awesome. She's in our Craft Therapy Club, and she has been for years. And now she has her own little business, and she's taken off like the wind. Miss Christy, I know. Ooh, the lavender. Oh, the lavender. You just joined, Lori. Woo-hoo. Welcome, girl. I'll get your stuff out. I have about 10 bundles already pre-made. So the next 10 people that join, I'll be able to get it out in the mail right away. Okay. This is our Napkin Lovers Club napkin journaling book, our napkin journal. We did this last night in the group. This is a napkin that they got from that group. But this is my journal for Napkin Lovers Club. And my napkin journal, it will now transfer over. I will continue to use this book. Those of you who are wondering, here's the cover of my book. Everything that was done in this book was made with napkins. So I'll do a quick flip through. It was we started this in November 2021. Every other session that we did in that group was art journaling with napkins. There's Lola. Whoop, whoop. There's our little Lola. You can get all of these, almost all of these napkins pretty much on my website in the shop. And those of you who are in the club, these are all past napkins that we've already used to create with. And what I do is I come up with and curate new bundles. This one goes this way. I have 2 of those because I did a practice one and then the one with the group. So you don't need to see both of them. Oh, this one had a pocket, and we used decoupage papers here to create this little pocket and tag. Anyway, we continuously work on our techniques and learning new things. Like this page has a ton of texture medium that I used with a stencil and showed them how to do that. So we're constantly learning new techniques. This one, I was really focusing on how to blend this is such a gorgeous floral. And there was a white, off-white background to this napkin that's about that size, and I showed them how to create a background that's real cohesive with the background of the napkin for this. So that was the real focus there. This one's just totally fun. So see, these are all napkins, and as we're learning new techniques, we're creating together. So anyway, I skipped a page actually, and I'm going to use this page today. I've already started because you you know how it goes with Craft Around the Clock. We get a 45-minute time frame, and then we're like, I looked at myself and I looked funny. We're like, we're never going to get done. You get this like anxiety. So creators, my Craft Around the Clock sisters or brothers, there are a couple of men. Those of you who are going live regularly for Craft Around the Clock, we're each given a turn, and we have a 45-minute session so the next person can get up and going. Well, good gravy. Good gravy. It's quick. It goes by quick. All right. So I will explain this in a second, but I'm going to use that little bunny napkin. Where is it? This is in the bundle, the welcome bundle. Okay. So what I did, we have fallen things over here. So what I did was I just fussy cut out with my scissors. I just want the bunny. I don't want even though the background is really pretty on this, but I didn't want it. I really wanted her alone as the focal point, and she's really too flimsy. I want her to be on top of my background. So we're going to create a collaged background. We're going to put her on top, but I'm going to put her on some white. You could use cardstock. This is watercolor paper, but it could just be white cardstock. You know, it doesn't matter, but just a white or an off-white would work. I mean, you could do patterns, you could do book paper, but I really want her to be bright and really pop off of the page. So I actually think I'm just going to use, did you know you can use a glue stick? It's a lot faster. This one's almost out, clearly. It's a lot faster sometimes. And she will stick on here just fine. Now, what will happen, just so you know, and I point this out to the girls in the group because I don't want anybody to get like messed up by this. This is a really good permanent, it's a juicy, if you can imagine, glue stick. It stays wet. It doesn't dry out on me, and it's big, so I can do a lot of coverage with it. I just applied the glue, and now I'm going to put her on top. And I'm going to take my pouncing brush, and I'm going to pounce her into that glue. What will happen, actually, if you can believe it, I missed a corner, girls. Where my girls be at? Oh, Lordy Lord. Look it, it's in here. They know me well. I guess this one's, I don't want to throw that out because I still have some left. They know me well. I always miss my corners. What's going to happen is that the glue, even though it's a glue stick, it will come through. The napkin is so sheer, more sheer than tissue paper. If you like working with napkins, but you struggle with them, consider joining the group. There are all kinds, you'll get access to all kinds of demonstrations and workshop technique, like me teaching you the techniques, the tools to use, the supplies to use to have good success. Napkins can be challenging, and we do the iron-on method, I do the pouncing method, and I use all kinds of mediums to get that napkin on there. You can use a glue stick. It'll stick on there just fine. Okay, and just like a liquid glue, the glue, once the napkin, the sheer napkin absorbs that glue, this part likely will, like right now it's a little bit tacky right here. It will get tacky right here, okay? So you just need to give it time to dry, just like you were using a wet glue, and especially around here. Like if you were gonna put this in a journal, and then you don't want to close your book because this glue is still wet. So we're just going to set her aside to dry while we work on our background, which is going to be collage, one of my favorites. I love collaging. Debbie said, I got my Happy Mail today. That bunny looks familiar. Debbie, we need to give props to the U.S. Postal Service. You guys, all of your, all of them I'm going to cover, but they all went out first class with tracking except one person. I accidentally didn't add the tracking, but I think it'll be fine. Who was it that's not getting tracking? The only person out of 115 of you, Jermaine. I don't know. I just hit the wrong button when I purchased the postage. I always get tracking so you know when your package is coming. Anyway, that one doesn't have it, but don't worry. If you don't get it, I will always do good by you guys. I think you'll get it just fine. Anyway, I cannot believe I've been sending these out for like 2 days, and some of you guys already have your stuff. It's fabulous. I'm so excited. Okay, here's the thing. This bunny as a focal point is rather little for my 7x10 book. So I didn't really want to use this whole size of page. So what I decided I would do is mask off a frame on the journal page. We've never even done this in the in either group, I don't think, but to mask it off. So I just took a ruler and I gave myself the lines so I would know to keep my collage in here. And then we're going to cover that area. I think I'm going to use washi tape to make it really simple for myself. I'm going to cover that and make basically a really pretty frame. And then all of the design will be inside of that. So what is that size? If I kept all of the design inside the squares, it's like 7 3/4 by like 4.5, which is a better size for using our girl as the focal point because she's kind of small for this big page. So that's what's going on here. I'm going to avoid this 1-inch square around. That's going to be my frame for her. It'll make it actually stand out even better. Thank you for blessing the nest, Miss Stephanie. I appreciate you, crafty chick. Trisha said my tracking said delivered Saturday and I got it yesterday. Oh, good gravy. I'm glad you got it. I'm so glad you got it. Oh, you mean delivered tomorrow and you got it yesterday. Dang, they're fast. Paula, I got my notification that yours came today. Yay, you guys. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, Phyllis. Oh, Debbie said, phew, getting onto your live was hard. I don't know what the heck is wrong with Facebook. This is why the Telegram channel helps, because you're going to get your notice like saying, I'm live today, just to remind you to look for me. Like Debbie knew I was coming live at 3, so she knew to look for me. So the Telegram channel is key to making sure for the pages that you really want to know what's going on. So get on the Telegram channel if you really want to know what's going on over here and you don't want to miss anything. That's number 1. Number 2. I have been having better luck in Safari. I've mentioned it a couple times lately. I just want to mention it again. If you have your option between using like Google or Yahoo, I never use Yahoo, so I'm not sure about that, but Safari, because I have a Mac, like an Apple product, so out of Safari. Okay, when I was doing this, I was thinking I want pinks and greens to match our little bunny, so I went into my stash of papers and just grabbed a bunch of scraps. I'm on a mission right now to use up my scraps. And I started already to this is just literally gluing down with Mod Podge these are rice papers, like bits of rice paper that are left over. This is from Lovely Lena, the book that we covered in the Craft Therapy Club. Where is she? Come here, Lovely Lena. The altar book that we did. Oh my goodness. So this is just a piece of the Lovely Lena paper left over. Look at the altered book that we did in there. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So Lovely Lena, it actually really neutral tones, a little bit of green in there. So I've been using that too on here, plus some other decorative papers that, you know how it is. If you do you save your scraps? I don't like to throw anything out. So all I'm doing is wetting the paper, laying down another piece of paper. It's like a jigsaw puzzle that doesn't have any rules. So it's really, really fun and easy. You can just layer them however you want. We're creating a background for her as the focal point. So this is just our background. I did grab some book paper, and this is coffee dyed, so that might be cool on there too, because it's brown and she has kind of similar colors. Maybe I don't want this big chunk. Maybe I do. Let's just see. I don't really love straight edges. I like them kind of wonky like that. So these, it looks like I cut these to be super straight and I'm not feeling it. All right, there. Perfection. It fits right in there. And you can use whatever decoupage glue you love. I have favorites. I'm using my least favorite today. It works though. Why are you using your least favorite? Because I'm trying to use it up, friends. I'm trying to use this stinker up. I don't know. I should say, I actually like working with Mod Podge with regular papers or with fabrics for gluing, and I love it as a top coat. That's my favorite way to use it, as a top coat. But when working with napkins, it's not my fave. Not my fave. I'm looking for a little bit of pink. If I had a chunk of that left over, just so I could use the same color scheme over and over again in this, that would be great. I have this little plaid, so maybe I'll just use this plaid. I have a little white spot right there I gotta cover. See? This is how neurotic I am. I saved this. I don't know why, but I saved that from a project. I have one bin where you must have it too, right? One bin where I put all of my papers that are like, oh, that's big enough to use in collage so that I can use them to make collages. Now that looks like a hot mess. We're gonna cover it nice. We're gonna let it dry, and then we're gonna keep working on this together. So, as my sister-in-law always says, it'll be ugly before it's pretty. So just trust the process and have fun, and no worries, no worries. All right, while this is drying a little bit and I'm cleaning up, I'm gonna check these messages and questions. Let's see. My tracking said delivered. Oh, I saw that one from Trisha. Sorry to ask again, where did you get the napkins from? Elizabeth, you can get them from my website. These particular ones have not been released yet. They are being sent to new members in my Craft Therapy Club. So they get first dibs on things, and then what will happen is if there's anything left after I've given them a good chance, those who are new are, if you join, you'll get these napkins as a welcome gift. You join the group for $15. I'll send these in the mail to you. And that's about a $10 value between the napkins and getting the mailer out to you. Cost about $10. So you're paying $15, you're getting this $10 bundle of napkins. And then if there are leftovers in a few weeks, I'll put them out on the website for people to shop. I have dozens and dozens of napkins and decoupage paper in my shop for sale at any time. Napkin or Craft Therapy Club members get a discount always. So if you're shopping, if you're in the club, use your discount code to order more stuff. Okay. Shared the love. Why, thank you. Hey, Pat, I'm glad you're here. She said, I'm glad to catch you live. Well, hello. Hey, Kathy and Cynthia. Phyllis is getting her mail soon. Yay, it's in her mailbox. I'm so glad I have Telegram. Debbie says, it's worth it. It's worth it to get that little ping on your phone so you know what's going on. You know what's going on. Linda says, I finally signed up. How do you find me? I'm right here, darling. How do you find me? Linda, all of the activity for the Craft Therapy Club will happen in that private group here on Facebook. So I don't remember offhand if you have joined the group, if you've literally clicked and requested to join. So if you haven't, read your welcome email and follow that link that sends you to the private group here on Facebook, just like the other club, and join the group, and that's where all the activity happens. All right, so now what I'm doing is I'm gonna cut, this is dry now, and I'm gonna cut her out. Oh, I missed a corner of her ear. Imagine that. I'm gonna top coat her so that I'm gonna cut her out first, and then I'm gonna top coat her with some Mod Podge, I think. And I might go a little glossy. Ooh, I could do glitter. I could grab I have a decoupage and I have a Pent Art that's glitter. We could grab a glitter top coat. That would be fun. Make her a little blingy. So let me show you. I'm just using the same lines to cut her. So she's now a card, not just this flimsy napkin. And she's going to go on top of here. But you see what happens is she really blends in. So one of the techniques that I teach for backgrounds is how we want to make this really cohesive, right? So what I usually do is make a wash with a paint to cover up this, and you'll still be able to see the papers, but they'll be underneath a very light wash of paint. So that's the next step. So let me grab, I didn't think about this. What color paint do I want to use? I could use gesso too. Like, see how that's just a really neutral beige? Should I do beige? Or should I do green? Beige or green, do you guys think? Should I use this beige or should I use, I don't know if I have celery green left from Waverly anymore, but like a light green. I have so many scrap pages. I've started a book with just scrapped paper backgrounds. I'll do focal points later. I love that idea. Christy, seriously, take these scraps before you put all your stuff away. Take the scraps that you're going to keep and just start gluing them down on the pages in your art journal so that you have a collaged background to start with. And then you don't have to store them in a bin. They're in your book already. I love that idea, girl. I love it. You are so smart. Gosh, I'm so glad you brought that up. Oh, and thank you, Christy, for sharing that link. I appreciate you so much. Jerry says, I save almost everything these days. Bought a new coffee maker and used it for the first time yesterday. My hubby thought I was crazy when I said, I can save the filter. You're learning from the best. I save my filters too because they're beautifully coffee dyed papers. And the filters that I get, they're cone filters for my machine. They're pretty big, so you get a lot of paper out of that. Oh gosh, Doris, that made me giggle. Do I have a link for Telegram? It is in the feature tab in the groups. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop my link tree, which has all of my links and discount codes. I just dropped that in the comments. So it will be there, Linda. Just go into my link tree link. Caught you live, Brenda says. Hey, girl, she's trying to catch up. She said, I'm trying to catch up with everything that's going on. Wow, I'm so glad you're here. What is my favorite Mod Podge? I love matte. It's probably the one I use the most, but truly for top coat, I love glossy. I love the glossy. You're welcome, Elizabeth, for answering. Am I going to get the bundle of napkins? Stephanie, yes, it was already sent to you, girl. You should have already gotten it, I think. I'll have to look. I don't remember like when I sent what or what's going on. So you're going to have to maybe private message me and I can help you figure that out. How do I get to the website to order the $15 or to join the club? Pat, Christy just dropped that link. I'll drop it again. Make it super easy for you guys. And what color wash should I use, you guys? To help me figure this out. I always ask the girls, what should we do here? I'm thinking green would be really pretty. Oh, by the way, so what I'm going to do, I think I have a really good phrase. You guys, there's so many perks to being in the membership. So this is one of my recent creative downloads. You can buy on my website if you go to the creative printable downloads section of the shop. But Craft Therapy Club members get it for free. This is in the group. You can just download it and print it anytime you want. And I was thinking from here, I was going to take, which one was it? Flower Power. They're all little phrases that you can use on your projects. Make it count, be happy, carpe diem, dance in the rain, flower power. And I thought since she has this bundle of flowers on her head, that flower power might be the right one. And actually, I might use two for this because we're going to have some space on here. Okay, anyway, the wash. Let's just do beige because I have it here and I'm chatting so much I'm going to run out of time. So, Pat, I just gave you the link. How is the weather? It is nice today. It's 27 degrees here and it's sunny, but we're supposed to get about 8 inches Monday and Tuesday of snow. That's what I say. I would like for spring to be here. Let's see. While dyeing Easter eggs next week, I'm going to add some muslin pieces to see how it turns out. Phyllis, what a fun idea. Yeah, please share in the group, you guys. Share in the group. Your non... You know, if it's not a workshop that we did, I still encourage you guys to share. You know, we all want to see what we're all doing. Okay. Oh no, I got paint on my finger and I think paint on my shirt. I need my little paint palette here and I'm going to make a wash of beige. I may add some green. Oh, I'm such a fan of green, you guys. Let's see. Let me find a really soft green. In my paint stash, I have this color is called Aloe. It's really soft. I could actually mix these two. Or so I'm putting the littlest bit there and then we're going to wet it. If we can get this to come out. I have trouble with this thing. It doesn't always spray. I'm always like, do your job, man. You have one job and that's to spray water and you're not very good at it. I'm sorry to say, little water bottle, but you kind of stink. You kind of stink. Okay. I do better with my 409 bottle that I put water in. I do better with that. Okay, so what I want to do is I really want to water this down. You can use your Liquitex, your liquid matte medium. That will also do the same job, really, as the water. I just grabbed the water first. I'm going to add some on and we're just going to test. She's going to go about right here. So I know she's going to cover this corner right here. So I'm going to test here to see it's too dark. I'm going to grab this because I know I'm more comfortable adding a whole bunch of that. I kind of know how much of this to add. And with water, you can easily, it really can easily get away on you. This is thicker than water, the white stuff, that matte medium. It's a liquid matte medium, and it's thicker than water, so it doesn't, I feel like it's easier to control. I guess that's the way to put it. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to cover this, but I just have too much color on my brush. I need to grab some more of the matte medium. I don't want this to hide my papers underneath. I want it to be over the papers very lightly. Okay, so there's the difference. And what's going to happen is as I put it over, like, see the pink papers? They're too pink. I want them to kind of blend into each other together. So I'm going to cover the whole thing. You can always pull some off if you feel like, oh, I put too much on. Pull some off. And what it's going to do is it's going to give them all the same tone. All of these similar. They're all pink and green and tans. But by putting one color wash over it, it's going to make them all more cohesive. So this is something you can do anytime you do a collage background. If the collage background feels too busy, don't be afraid to go in and add some color with some watered down paint, and see, you can still see all, like I can see, I love the stripes and I love the plaids, and you can still see them. I love that I can still see my book pages, and you can wash it with whatever color you want. It's almost like a filter. You know, if you're on social media and you put a filter over yourself to make everything more cohesive, it's almost like doing that. My book page got all crinkly, so it has some texture. Okay, I know this looks like a bloody mess. But doesn't it look like it's just like, what are you doing here, girl? Don't worry, it'll all come together. Gotta trust the process. Hey, Cindy. Oh, you're welcome anytime. She said I'm coming in late. Girl, just happy you're here. Thanks for being here. 80 degrees in Sherman, Texas, Miss Mary. That's some good walking weather. We don't have good walking weather. It's cold and there's still snow everywhere. 80 degrees in South Carolina today, Martha says. Do I think what will work? Phyllis, I don't know. I missed your question. That's brilliant. Please show us. Oh, you were asking about your eggs. Why wouldn't it work? Sure. But, you know, if they're real eggs, like hard-boiled eggs, I wouldn't eat them probably, because you don't know if the glue is going to get through. I wouldn't eat them. Foam eggs or plastic eggs, for sure, I would try. I'm hoping to work on my wooden walkway this week, inspired by Funky Junk. I love it. I love that you guys are so creative. Oh, you don't eat them, so you do whatever you want, girl. Okay, now I'm kind of wondering if I want to give her a double halo. That makes me think of Rihanna's song, Halo. Like, if I put another piece of paper underneath her and give her like another frame, it would make her pop even more. And then I'm gonna have my words. Where is it? Flower Power is the one I wanted. So let's cut that out. So now I start looking at all of the elements that I want to put on here and kind of piecing them together and making them pretty. So I'm going to cut this. I want to give it, she's kind of big compared to this, but if I make this more prominent somehow, it'll work. I just need to cut another sliver, I think, right here to make it more even. On the tags that I did recently, where did they go? Oh, girls, I'm afraid to dig them out from this pile. The tags that I did recently that I would love to show you, but I can't find. Oh, here they are. I use that same set of words. It's the digital download off my website, but you members of the club, don't buy it. You get it in the group for free. So see, I used Renew there. On this one I did Oh Happy Day. And on this one I did Transform. So I've been using this one sheet that I printed off here at home, and I printed it off like on a handmade paper. It makes it more substantial and a little more, just a little more in general. a little more fancy than just putting it on white printer paper, right? Because you can run any paper you want through your printer and print those words on it. So it can be decorative paper, it can be white paper, white cardstock, it can be a coffee dyed paper, coffee stained. Really gives you the flexibility of designing it the way you want it, rather than just buying it from the store and you're stuck with the one color or the one weight of paper. Oh no, Ruth. She says cold, damp, and raw in Massachusetts. Oh, darn it. Ruth, where in Mass are you? Are you in Western Mass? I can't remember. I just sent out your stuff, but I can't remember your ad. Like, what was the town? My brother just sent me an article today about the Tobin Bridge. We grew up right under the Tobin Bridge. And he sent me an article that was in the Boston Herald. It may have just been, it had to have been recently, today or yesterday or something. He sent it to my family about the Tobin Bridge because we grew up right there. So where are you, I wonder? Okay, we got to figure out these edges. And I was thinking of this washi tape. I had already pulled this out because it's pink and it's pretty, but I may have just a little bit too much pink on here. I think I have too much pink. It's so pretty and it's got foil, but maybe I want something a little more bold. Should we go bold? Let's see. All my washi tape is up here on the wall, so I'm looking up at it, trying to find one that I think might work. Oh, what about my fabric tapes, girls? Maybe one of the fabric. Remember these? Maybe one of these is a good answer. This one is bold. I would have to cut it because it's so wide, but it's a little too red because her flowers on her head are pink. Does anyone know where my other set of fabric tapes went? I have another set. And I probably, what I do is if I've been using a tape with a particular project, if you know the way I organize my projects, I have a lot of projects going at once and I usually put them with that book or with that project. So where did my other set of tapes go? Oh, good gravy, girls. This one's green. Oh, that's really pretty. Oh, okay, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Fabric tapes or no fabric tapes. Let's do it with this one. And you girls, washi tape doesn't really stick real well. It's not going to stay permanent. So we're going to use the glue stick to make sure it stays down. Otherwise, it'll come up on you. I mean, I could use the Mod Podge too. Just something. You need to reinforce it a little bit. With a little something, something. And this tape is going to go all the way around like a frame, like I said. So let's just do this. I'm all about using what you got instead of trying to find more stuff, more tape, more paper, more anything for every single project that you're going to do. I'd much rather use up what we got. But I love to test out new materials and I love to try new things. So I feel like I'm the guinea pig. Let me be the guinea pig. I'll try it out and then I'll tell you, how do I want to do this? I think it'll be okay if I just go over it. But on the other side, I better do the same thing. Let's do this first. Let's go this way first. So that what overlaps is the same. I know, and it probably doesn't matter. I'm probably overthinking it. I can always recut that later to get a more solid straight line. I'm not going to worry about the straightness of it right now, but I want you to see kind of what I have planned here. And I may have to reinforce that tape right there. But you see how I'm making a frame? So easy, just using up, oh my goodness, using up the washi tape that we have. Well, let's see, now that that's ripped, I don't want to use it. I know where your fabric tape is. You showed it to us last night in the Napkin Lovers Club. I think that's the set. I was using that green set, wasn't I, Vicki? I'm looking for my purple set. I haven't seen it in a while. It's like one of those things. You ever like, if you have multiple pairs of shoes, I'll sometimes go like, where did those sneakers go? Like, I haven't worn them in a while and I have no idea where I left them. Same thing in the winter with like hats and gloves. It's like, I know I have like a red hat. Where did that one go? For your hats and gloves, because in the winter, we're all about that. All right, girls, I'm having a little trouble getting this restarted. And it's not that I don't have nails. It's just, you know how you get one started and then you have to get it all started at the same time. The same thing happens with packing tape. Come on, I need you to all catch up to each other. There we go. Phew. Now I got sticky fingers. I want a nice cut though, a nice straight cut there. So the key with this, the mistake that I made, which wasted me so much time, when that last time that I did it, I just pulled it too fast. So pull slow. When you pull really fast, you're gonna rip your tape. It's never any good. We don't want that. I'm gonna go like this. Look what I did. We got 5 minutes, but I think this will all come together. Simple stuff here, and it's a really fun way in a book to practice different styles. If you don't collage a lot, I get so much joy out of collage. I do. I get so much joy out of using it as a background and then finding ways to make it cohesive and pretty. So here we've got a frame. It's very light. I'll probably darken that out with a marker. We shall see. But let's get our little beauty down here. I'm going to use a foam if I can find some. Let's use some little bits of foam to get her stuck down. I'll put one big one down on her bottom part. And then I'm going to cut this in half, I think. Paper, what are you doing? Because I want one for each ear. I need one little spot for each ear. Double-sided foam tape. I mean, who invented that? We say thank you. We say thank you. You love the colors? Me too, Phyllis. It's really soft and pretty. I love a really soft color palette. I'm going to put her, I kind of want her. So here's the thing. This is how the napkin came. She has a straight edge here. It's like her neckline, but she has a straight edge on the bottom. Like we don't see the rest of her body. I don't want her head kind of floating in the middle of the page with that straight edge there. So I could either go to the full bottom of the page and line her up there. I'm going to line her up with my frame. In fact, I'm going to give her one more layer. I'm going to give her a little stand, like a little pedestal. I'm going to give her one more layer of tape right here to put her on. I'll show you what I mean. And luckily this tape has lines on it. This will lift her up even higher. Yay, I love that. So let's put her here. And then we're going to put the word right here. And I thought with the word, I might just, uh-oh. Here we go. Flower power. There you are. I might just take that and use one of my embossed papers that I got from that Etsy store. Look at how beautiful they are. If I took that and cut it down and gave it like a double frame, so it's a little more substantial. It's not just these words floating. So I'm going to cut this just big enough to frame it like that. Yep. And I think I'm going to use green. Just edge this out a little bit since we have so much green on this page already. And then I'll probably use my twinkles. What is it called? What are they called? Not twinkles. Good gravy grace. Stickles. I'll probably use my stickles to sparkle it up a little bit. Twinkles. I'll give you twinkles. I think I'm a little delirious. It's been a full week, I'll tell you that much. Not a bad week, not at all, but just a full week. Yeah, my son Landon is finally feeling better from having his wisdom, all 4 wisdom teeth out. That was a whew. And I have a weak stomach for that stuff, so I'm just relieved. he got through it without any major issues. Thank the Lord and for all your prayers. And he's almost back to his normal self. Okay, now we just got to figure out, I kind of want this floating above her. I might add another word actually later. I think I'm just going to center this right here. And we're up for time, but let me show you what I got so far. So she's so cute. So now the last thing I'll do is, like, I love to make marks on the page, and I'm going to do something to get this frame. I'm going to shadow the frame a little bit. I'll probably use my brown Stabilo All pencil and come around and do this. You see what's happening here when I do this? It makes that frame really stand out from everything else. So you're just gonna, and you can use a marker, you can use a crayon. I just happen to like to use my charcoal pencil. And I like messy lines, so I'm probably gonna come in here. It's charcoal, so you can like make it smudge a little and edge that out so it shows. And I will take a picture and share it with you guys. I may also add another word, I'm not quite sure. So you'll see when I post the picture in the Craft Around the Clock group. I want to thank you for your time because my time is up. There's somebody else coming on live inside the Craft Around the Clock group, so I don't want to infringe on that person's time. I need to be respectful of that. But I want to thank you for being here with me and hanging out. I love chit-chatting with you girls. The frame idea. Yeah, it really finishes it, just adding that little bit of shadowing. So I'm not done with this yet. I'll do a little bit of this detail work, and that's my favorite part, the marking and the detail work, and I'll share the photo later. But thank you for being here with me. If you have any questions about joining the club, feel free to message me. Those of you who are already in, yay, the schedule for April is going to be posted tomorrow, so you'll see everything that we're up to, and then away we go. If you're catching this on the replay, you can still join us even though April 1st may have come and gone. Feel free to join us in the club and just hop on in pick up from where you are. We'd love to welcome you. You guys have a beautiful, blessed, safe weekend. Thanks for being here, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.